I expect, like me, you've been hearing about country animals walking through the centre of town through this lockdown time, even exotic birds flying over London. Reminds me of the story of the eagle that we read about in Deuteronomy 32. The eagle builds its nest high up on the rock face, huge nests actually, but very high up. The young are born there. Imagine coming out of your shell and wow, what a view, what a place to be. And you can just sit there and the parents fly off miles and bring you food. Life's pretty comfortable. And then in this picture, there comes a moment when the parent starts breaking up the nest. In fact, flutters over them, makes it uncomfortable. They seem like the parent looks like they don't care, even look like an enemy somewhat. And then it makes it impossible for them to stay there. I'd just like to ask this picture a few questions. First one is this: who's breaking up the nest? I think when we're going through a tough patch and things seem to be falling apart, you can think, hey, the enemy's after me. It's an enemy that's doing this. But this story makes it quite clear it's not an enemy. It's the parent eagle. It's the one who loves, the one who cares, that's actually doing it, not an enemy. Then secondly, who's she doing it to? Does she wake up one morning and think, I'm going to break up a few nests, so I'm going to fly up and down and destroy? No. She only does it to her young. She's very focused. And the Bible says it's whom the Lord loves that he chastens. He unsettles. It's whom he loves. You find in the Bible, Jacob I've loved, Esau I've hated. But Esau has a very comfortable life. He stays at home, he gets married, has family, he's very rich. Jacob's nest gets broken up again and again. You think, wow, this is pretty tough. Look at Joseph. He looks like he's forgotten. He's out of the nest. He's far from home. But no, God did it. Even though it's his brothers moved with envy. Yet he says later, no, you meant it for evil. God meant it for good. God sent him ahead. God was in it. And he was doing it to the one he loved, the one he had purpose for. Next question I'll ask is this: why? Why does the parent eagle do it? Well, I think they instinctively know it would be dangerous for the young to stay here anymore. When does she do it? Not when they're very young, I don't think. But I think perhaps not when they're as big as she is. She knows it's time to move. There's a kind of instinct. Time to do it. It would be harmful for them to stay still any longer. And then one last question. Why does she do it? Well, because eagles are meant to fly. Eagles are meant to be masters of the sky. They're amazing creatures. They're not meant to just sit there and be fed. They've got vast potential. And if they're not shaken out, they're not going to find the vast potential that God's put within them. We're going through a tough time. What's going to happen to the economy? What will happen to our jobs? What will happen to the children, school? It's time to break up now. The lockdown. This is a scary time. What's going to happen to us? Let's keep our eyes on God and know this: his eye is on you. When the eagle was feeding the young, it would fly away miles to get food. Now, breaking up the nest, the eye is absolutely on the young. It says she flies under them and catches them on her pinions. Underneath are the everlasting arms. Let's be assured. Let's learn to fly. Beloved, let's trust him. Let's move on to this next phase, believing him, trusting him, coming to our full potential as we have our confidence in Jesus. God bless you. Let's fly into this new day.